to another episode of the Cheap Champ Podcast, where we talk about life and money and the context between the two. Because there's an interesting relationship between life and money, and we need to figure out what that relationship is. I'm your host, Malcolm Hall, and today we will be talking about feeling dumb about money. A lot of people feel dumb about money. They don't ask enough questions. When they don't know things, they don't even ask because it's shameful. It's like, I don't want to ask this stuff. I don't want them to make me feel bad. But before we get to it, if you're having financial literacy questions, if you want to learn how to get your credit together, you want to improve your debt, get out your debt situation, check out stressmoneyless.com. Stressmoneyless.com, where they help good people with bad credit using budgeting and financial literacy. Check it out. A lot of good webinars, a lot of good stuff over there. So let's get to it. Feeling dumb about money. A lot of people, well, hell, nobody knows everything about money. You're constantly learning about money. But some people just have this thing where if they don't know, they don't ask when it comes to money, especially when it comes to like this small things like bills, not understanding why you were charged this expense or why something's late. They don't call, they don't ask, they either toss it to the wayside or don't worry about it because they don't want to feel foolish for asking questions. Or you may know somebody who's doing pretty well financially and you just don't want to ask the question because their personality is a little, brash. Some people aren't the easiest to ask questions. When you ask questions, they make you feel stupid, they make you feel bad. Well, why don't you know that? Hell, I used to be one of those people. Like, I thought everybody knew everything about money. I thought everybody knew just as much as me or more. That's not true. Your reality is your reality. It doesn't belong to anybody else but your own. So everybody doesn't understand the same things. But when it comes to money and feeling dumb, I can't say I haven't felt that way before. I've been in a room, people are talking about stocks, and I understand stocks, but not to the level where they understood it. And I'm like, man, I didn't really ask any questions. I probably could have made some money asking those guys questions, but I didn't want to sound stupid, so I didn't say anything. And there's a lot of people in America who feel the same way. They want to feel stupid for asking about money, and it's okay. It's fine. That's why people go to school for accounting, finance, business management, all kinds of things. There's classes on money running 24 hours a day. So much so you can go to stressmoneyless.com and download some classes there or take some classes or workshops. But you got to understand that money is not one of those things we're just born into the world knowing. You kind of understand money on your level. If you're not a millionaire, you can or cannot understand what it's like to have millions of dollars. You can empathize, but until you have a couple $1,000,000, you don't really know. So until you get to that point, you're probably ignorant what it is to have that kind of money and what it's like. But not even that. Some people just don't like to ask. When it comes to credit cards are a great situation. A lot of people turned off by credit cards. Oh, credit cards are bad. They're bad. Oh, they're gonna take my life. Yeah, like credit cards are gonna put you in jail. No, even if you don't pay your credit card, you're not going to jail. You can't get anything new. You can't get a house, can't get a car, but you're not going to jail. And there's this whole thing about not asking questions when it comes to credit, when it comes to real estate, when it comes to borrowing money. People just don't ask the questions. It's not because they don't want to. It's because sometimes people make them feel dumb. When you see some of these people on YouTube and whatnot, they don't speak to you. They don't talk to a level that you know. That's why we're having this conversation right now, because I know what it feels like to feel dumb about money. Now, I always talk about, being financially literate, and, that's what I do with my business and whatnot. But let's really understand. I went to college and I got some F's on some tests. I had to repeat some accounting classes because I didn't know. I didn't understand everything. I did at some point, but I didn't get it the first go around. I think a lot of times it has to do with who's teaching you, because you always want to ask the questions. Well, how do I feel about this money? I don't understand this money. I don't have anybody to ask a question with. Hey, real quick. I know you hear the noise in the background. I know this is a 100% mobile podcast. So just so you know, I'm on the road right now. I'm in Costa Rica, San Jose, Costa Rica right now, filming this episode. So if you hear some stuff in the background, that's what that is. But feeling dumb about money. I've had some situations where like I said, I was in college. I failed the test, didn't know. And I didn't even want to ask a classmate because I'm like, well, this person might make me feel stupid for asking them questions. Or your professor might make you feel stupid for asking questions. But at the end of the day, I'm the one that's going to feel dumb because I'm losing the money. because what you don't know will cost you. You know, there's other saying, what you don't know will hurt you. This saying is, what you don't know will cost you. You ever got a parking ticket, parking in the wrong spot? You want to walk up there and slap the parking attendant. Hey, put that ticket on my car. You wrong. You parked in the wrong spot. You didn't know. You were ignorant, not dumb, ignorant in this situation, and it cost you some money. And if you read the ticket, dang, you might feel dumb because all you had to do is walk down the street and read the sign. Dang, I shouldn't have parked here. But you know now, bet you won't do it no more. Bet you won't pay that $75 again. Because you know better. You know better, you do better. And that's what a lot of people don't understand when it comes to money. You know better, you do better. But you got to ask the questions to know better. The thing is, you got to find somebody who you can talk to about the money. Who can I ask that's not going to make me feel crazy? Who wants you to make some money? Because, you know, your family has the best interest for you, but sometimes they don't understand money the best to help you get to the next level. They're asking you for money. So they're not the right people to ask. Sometimes you don't want to, you know, Dave Ramsey is a great guy. If you're looking to get out of debt, Dave Ramsey is great. But you may not like Dave Ramsey that much. You know, he always pushes marriage and being a Christian. That may not be your thing, but that doesn't mean there's not somebody else out there for you that can't help you understand what you got to do. It's okay to feel ignorant and dumb about money, especially when you don't have any. That's when you really should be thinking about money, because you should be thinking about, how am I going to make some and not get here? You should be thinking about two things. How am I going to get out of my situation and not come back? You're not buying a round trip out of Pole. You want to buy one way out of Pole to the next level. And I'm not coming back. That's not a round trip. You don't want to go get to the next level, round trip back to Pole. We don't want to do that. But when you learn, when you know better, you do better. Situation about credit. A lot of people, credit goes bad because they don't check their report. It's not that you're dumb. You just didn't know to check it, or you didn't care to check it. But that situation will force you to learn, because now to get out this hole, to get out this debt, you're going to have to learn so much. When you want to go buy a house, you're really going to learn how things work. These people are going to be all up in your business, all in your finances every other month. Hey, let me need to check your money and see what you got going on. When you buy a house, you can't do nothing. No vacation, nothing. No new credit card, no new car. Just sit still and just keep making that money until you close on that house. That's what you got to do. But if you don't know any better, you'll go out and go start buying furniture before you get the house. Now you're going to get the house because your credit score changed, went down. You weren't dumb. You just didn't know. You might feel dumb, but that doesn't mean you are dumb. A lot of times you feel dumb. That's okay. That's a personal thing. When you feel dumb, nobody knows that but you. Unless you tell some, man, I feel dumb. If you don't know nothing, it's okay to have that feeling. But please ask somebody, hey, how'd you do that? How'd you get that money? Wait, you invested in stocks over there? How much money y'all getting? Can you teach me? Now, sometimes you got to take people out for a junior cheeseburger and some fries. But you got to do what you got to do to get the information. Or you got to pay for the course. Or you got to go to workshop and drive up there and learn. Well, this is COVID. So a lot of times you got to sit home and, you know, take the webinar. But that's what you got to do to get the information. But don't walk around feeling dumb about the money. That's what you don't want to do. That's terrible. You got to figure out, what do I need to know? And how do I need to do it? Now, a lot of times, all the information is overwhelming. It's so much information. It's like, dang, where do I start? Well, first off, you got to start off by making some money. And then once you make the money, you figure out what are the best decisions to do with my money so I can grow with my money, because your money got to grow. You got to put some water on it. You got to get some sunlight so it can grow. Then it become a tree. Then you can get some lemons, get some coconut water, get you some greens. You know, you got to plant some seeds so you can eat. Just like your money. You got to plant seeds in the money. You got to plant those pennies. Those pennies will turn into dimes. Those dimes will turn into quarters. Quarters turn into dollars. Dollars turn into, you know, you get it. It all grow. But the first thing is you gotta know. You know how many millionaires go broke? Not millionaires, lottery winners go broke because they don't have the knowledge to do the right thing with their money. First thing you do is get the hell out of Dodge. Don't tell anybody you got the money. First thing you do when you get the lottery, hey, let me get a one-way ticket somewhere else where nobody knows. Tell one person you trust. So if you come up missing, they know where to find you. But other than that, get out of there so you can go make some decisions. Figure out what you got to do. You don't have all that stress of everybody else. What you going to do with the money? What you going to buy me? You need a new house. Quit your job. You better not quit your job. I win the lottery. I'm not quitting my job. I'm going to keep on going, especially if they having food 2 times a week, Tuesday and Thursday, free food. I'm going to be there. I would be a fool to be rich and stop eating free, especially if it's quality food, especially on Chipotle Day. I love Chipotle Day. But the thing about Chipotle Day, they eat all the meat. That's a whole nother situation. Feeling dumb about money is what we're talking about. Don't let other people make you feel dumb about money. Here's the thing. If they don't want to tell you, tell them to fuck off. You don't sit there and tell me I don't know something. You don't want to give me information. Don't tell me I'm in the wrong spot and you don't want to tell me how to get to the right place. Then what you doing? You're trying to shame me. And a lot of people try to money shame. Oh, you don't have any money. They shame you. And some people like the possession shame. They got a new car, but they don't have any money. 2 months behind on the payment. Talking crazy to you because you don't have a new car. My car paid for, full of gas. You behind on the payments with no gas. But your car is nicer than mine. You drive through these nice neighborhoods. How many of these houses are paid for? How many people pay off their houses in 20 years? They refinance. Still paying on it. So don't let people make you feel dumb about money or feel shame. If they're not willing to teach you, who gives a damn? If they're telling you doing something wrong and they want to see you win, that's fine. But think about a coach. If a coach was trying to coach you up and he wasn't telling you what you needed to know to win the game, what is he doing? Why would any coach just be harsh on you not to see you win? We're here to score points and win the game. We're trying to get the championship. And if I'm going to be hard on you so you can get it right, or you're going to sit on the bench. And then eventually I'm not going to talk to you no more because you're no good to me and you won't be back next year. No scholarship for you. But if somebody's trying to help you, they want to see you win. But sometimes you got to get out your own way now. Everybody's not going to give you cupcakes. It's not going to always be sweet with sugar on it. Some people going to tell you what it is. Hey, your ass is poor. You need to stop eating out. You need to get rid of that car. You need to move somewhere cheaper. What do you mean? This is my life. You going downhill. You're going to be out on the streets in 6 months. You lose your job, you're going to lose everything. And some people are just not going to be very nice about what they're telling you. And that's another thing. That's a personal thing. Now, so everybody's not going to just be nice to you. They will give you the information. Sometimes you might be upset because it's not the way you want the information. The information didn't come with no boat. Information might be on the ground with some dog shit on it. You got to, brush it off. Get it clean. Take the information. Use it. But don't feel dumb about money. Because you need, it doesn't matter how I feel, I still need the money. You can say whatever you want to. Okay, I still need the money. Anybody ever been late with somebody paying you? There's no way in hell they're going to make you feel dumb. How's somebody going to make you feel dumb when they owe you money? I guarantee you, most people have never felt stupid when it's coming to somebody owing them some money. I know all the answers. And the answer is, you need to pay me right now. It's a weird thing, especially if you're not well versed in how money works. Go learn about it. Start off with, first thing you gotta learn how to do is save some money. Because no matter how much you get, no matter how wealthy you become in life, you gotta save some. You can't spend it all. You gotta have some restraint, and then you gotta be able to control your emotions. Because sometimes people feel dumb about money because of their emotions. It's like, oh, this person said something to me that was mean. Now they gave you some great advice. They just didn't say it the way you wanted to hear it. And now you're feeling dumb. But like I said, feeling dumb is a personal thing. Like nobody knows I feel dumb but me. And if I don't want to feel dumb no more, I'll go learn. It's very simple. The cure to dumb is reading. Now some people say, why are you saying dumb? That's a very mean word. Well, that's one of the people with emotional problems. It's a dumb, nobody's really a dumb person. You make dumb decisions. We all make dumb decisions, but you know what? You think about it, I'm not going to do that no more, and you don't. Sometimes the dumb decisions are the best ones because you only do them one time. And a small dumb decision doesn't turn into a huge mistake. I'd rather make a dumb decision, fix it tonight, than make a dumb decision and it turns into a huge mistake. Because when it's a mistake, that's different. Mistake is nasty. I like tri-tip, T-bone steak. As you see, I'm out here. Commerce is going. I was out here in Costa Rica. Man, they're still doing business. And man, let me tell you, did I feel dumb? I got an Airbnb with no Wi-Fi. I felt kind of dumb about that. But that's how it goes. I didn't read. I'm like, dang. But you know what? I went to the restaurant, got some Wi-Fi, fixed that. Did I feel stupid anymore? No. But initially I did. I said, man, I should have read this and found out if it had Wi-Fi. I need Wi-Fi. I got to record my episodes. But it is what it is. It happened. But don't feel stupid about money. Go figure it out. You want to learn? Keep listening to this podcast. We talk about money all the time. I bring in different guests to kind of bringing some perspective on their relationship with money, with their business and whatnot, because it's not always being taught about money. It's the relationship to money. It's like, well, how's my relationship to money? Because your relationship to money is different person to person to person. You know, you might be taking care of somebody. Your relationship is different than somebody who's in college because they don't have much money. But we all have some type of relationship with money. It's not bad. It's just, well, how can I understand this relationship the best to benefit me and my people? That's what you want to do. And you can't do that feeling crazy. You got to go get the information you need to move ahead. That's what's most important. Moving ahead, understanding what's going on, how I do it. Before I wrap it up, always remember, listen, the information's out there. Hell, it's damn near free. You can YouTube anything nowadays. You can figure it all out. Some way, somehow. There's always a will and a way. But before you go, remember, the Cheap Champ, all we do is do the research and find the deal. We're sponsored by Cheap Not Broke. Check out cheapnotbroke.com, Cheap Not Broke on YouTube, and save some money. And in the meantime, hey, get yourself educated. Don't feel crazy about the money. Go ask somebody. You can read in the silence of your own home. A couple good books to read. Think and Go Rich. Great book. Awesome book. Everybody reads this book. It really helps you understand finances from just how they were created to how they are now. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Great book. 2 good books if you really want to understand money. Breaks it down. Read them in your privacy on your home. And they tell these books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad is kind of from a personal experience. He gives a lot of personal experience. And some of those personal experiences are what you can relate to because this guy's wealthy and makes a lot of money now, but he was there and he's very detailed. When he was at that level, when things weren't working, he was telling about it. And he had his rich dad and his poor dad. And he explains the relationship between the two and how it helped him get to where he's at today. So in the meantime, until next episode, stay safe, manage that money. And this is the Cheap Champ. I'm out.